What's up? It's Jason Lobdell, the freshest trainer in the motherfucking country, and you watching Grind Talk.
Yo, what's up, y'all? We got a super special guest today, somebody I really look up to in this fitness game. We got Jason Lobdell, aka Mr. 2 Weeks Out. Let's go.
What's going on, y'all? Jason Lobdell, aka Mr. 2 Weeks Out, here at the Loft Athletic Club, my establishment. I'm also the owner of X28Fitness.com, The Body Envy, we got 4K Pathway. I got a whole bunch of stuff going, and I'm finna show you why they call me the freshest trainer in the motherfucking country. Stay tuned.
Now we got all the intros and out the way and all that, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna hit the warm-up. The warm-up I usually hit for a nice little amount of reps. Today we're gonna do pull-ups for our warm-up. We're gonna do 50 total pull-ups. We're gonna do 2 sets of 25, and we're gonna get straight to the workout. Sound like a plan?
Sound like a plan.
Let's get straight to it.
You going first?
I'll go first.
Yeah. 25,
so,
yeah.
Since the warm-up, let me ask you, bro. How did you get your start in fitness? I know you ain't just starting fitness.
Really my wife. She had a baby, she had our son, and she gained like 50 pounds and it was hard to get off, so she went and hired a trainer.
Okay.
Kind of introduced us to the, the world
She
of
hired a
fitness.
trainer, she ain't hire you?
I wasn't training. I didn't know about no gym.
Shit.
My start in the fitness game came via my wife. She had our son, gained 50 pounds. The weight didn't come off expeditiously like it did with our daughter. So she hired a trainer. She was so dedicated to going to this trainer, I'm like, let me see what the hell going on in this gym, because you damn sure want to go every day. So I started going to the gym too.
That's how that shit start. Usually that's how it start. Somebody else usually starts you on your journey. You like, I ain't even ever think of doing that.
Facts.
At what point did you was like, okay, this shit is getting real. People really want me to train them.
Before I got into fitness, I was an owner-operator. I had 2 box trucks, and I was doing work delivering appliances. I did that for like 13, 14 years. Just doing the trucking thing. So that was my job. I also had a contract with Amazon delivering mail. Yeah, I was in trucking for like 12 years before I got into fitness, and the opportunity presented itself for me to buy a gym. So that's what I ended up doing. I went in with one of my partners to acquire a gym. The guy who previously did LRKFiT, rest in peace, he passed away. And I actually got that gym. It was on Bankhead, called Universal Fitness. And I wanted to just be an owner, but the gym was slow since KB died, and wasn't nobody in there, you know what I'm saying? So
you had to start training.
Yeah, I came from like the club background, you know what I mean? Still parties, stuff like that. I knew a lot of people in the city. So what ended up happening was, I just went there one day and just applied pressure, you know what I'm saying? I guess as far as me being like the person that I am in fitness, I was able to show my personality a little bit more, you know what I mean? I've always made money off of my, I wouldn't say intellectual property, but like my likeness, you know what I'm saying? So even when I was throwing parties, people wanted to come party with us because we knew how to party, you know what I mean? So that was kind of the same thing with fitness. Once people kind of came and caught the vibe and, I'm cussing you out and we yelling, we in the gym doing what the hell we want to do, people were like, okay, this is different. I like the vibe, the energy is good. I'm gonna treat the janitor like the principal, you know what I mean? Like everybody's gonna get spoken to. Every old lady, grandma, white girl, don't matter, they're gonna get a high five, a hug, you know what I mean? So I created my own ecosystem. Who I didn't think needed a trainer, they came, signed up. Some of the girls who looked good, I thought didn't need a trainer, they were the first to sign up, things of that nature. So, sometimes we psych ourselves up out of, a good thing, thinking we know it all or thinking we don't want to bother people, things of that nature. But when you're an entrepreneur, you got to pull out all the stops, you know what I'm saying? That's what I did.
People usually don't understand that part of entrepreneurship, the part of putting yourself out there to the people that you don't think that want you.
Yep.
Because them usually the ones that want you, they just ain't saying nothing. Because you don't know who your audience is, your audience tell you who you are, you feel what I'm saying? So.
Exactly. My biggest setback was me actually getting into the fitness industry. I was a vet at the trucking, the appliance delivery. I just knew how to do that like the back of my hand. I've been doing it since I was 19 years old. So I was making six figures, multiple six figures doing that. But when it came to fitness, came to a crossroad where I could only do one, you know what I mean? And I always say I pick passion over paycheck. And I knew what was gonna come with that. I knew that I couldn't afford my Mercedes no more, so I watched it leave on a tow truck. I knew that even downsizing my house was a possibility, you know what I mean? The foreclosure letters start coming in, you know what I mean? The bank on my ass, my wife crying, you know what I mean? Like all that type stuff came with the grind, you know what I mean? But I just knew that I was doper than these motherfuckers around me, you know what I'm saying? I just knew that if I had a little bit more time with the fitness, I was gonna crush shit. You know, everything bad that could have went wrong, you know what I'm saying?
But you stuck to it, exactly what you was gonna do.
Yeah. And I stuck to my guns and we made that shit happen, you know what I mean? It wasn't no, it's gotta work or it's gotta work, you know what I'm saying? It's
Facts.
nothing around.
Facts.
Can't fuck
Yeah.
around, you know what I'm saying? So just dug deep, came up out that hole. That was like probably the best thing that happened to me was for me to lose everything, start from the bottom fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
It probably put you with a different mindset.
It
'Cause
did.
I know
Definitely did.
me coming here, we moved here in just my Camaro, just my car. So we drove here. We didn't know anybody, staying in Airbnbs and shit like that. Not even knowing I'm gonna get into fitness. That was really like probably the bottom as far as when it comes to me and my relationship and shit in my life too. So when we got here, it's like you either gonna fold and go home or you gonna stick to the reason why you came.
Gonna sink or swim.
And you stick to that reason, it's like the universe just move in the manner for you. And everything to start to fall the way that you already had envisioned it to fall, but you didn't know how the struggle was gonna feel to go through it. But once you get on the other side, this shit, it's crazy. It make you feel different about, you know, taking the initiative and jumping off the cliff. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, that's the one thing I think. And even going into fitness, like with people that's new that never worked out before, like you have to go and see what the struggle gonna feel like because the result is the result if you put the work in. You feel what I'm saying?
Factual. All facts, my boy.
All right, so right here we got a lightweight. It ain't that heavy, so we're gonna hit 15 reps here. In between, we just gonna go back and forth with it, basically. So I guess my next question would be, which is my favorite question. When did you know your shit pop? Like when did you know like, okay, I'm moving different now?
I'd say influencers. You know, I was doing influencer marketing before I really knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? I just was putting two and two together. This girl got 10,000 followers. I'm gonna train her for free to get access to her audience. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing that, and then the girls just started getting bigger and bigger. 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers, 500,000 followers. You know what I mean? So I started getting the in crowd. In Atlanta, just like any other city, the girl who do the hair, you know, the popular girl hair, everybody wanted to get their hair done. You know what I mean? So I became that trainer. You know what I'm saying? I started getting the influencers and started becoming the person that people, we training with him. Oh, you training with Mr. 2WEEKSOUT? That type of thing, you know. So it kind of took off. Shouts out to my homegirl, Ashley Monroe. She kind of was like the first big influencer that I got that just flooded me with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's what's up.
So influencer marketing, man.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of along the same things as me coming to Atlanta and started training. When I got to the loft and like attached my name to this place and to y'all, it's like my business instantly grew. So that influencer marketing, that's really what it's about.
Facts. And we started, you know, making a couple dollars. I was like, okay, cool. I ended up teaming up with G Bryant, who already had a program. His program was a little more polished. And, you know, me and him linked, and the rest was history. You know, we made $1 million first year of business. I tell people all the time, I made $25,000 2015. 2016, we was making $25,000 on Friday. You know what I mean? So my whole world changed just like that.
So what was the first thing you went crazy on when you really started making money? Because you wasn't just training. There's a lot of people that just train, you know, but a lot of people ain't making money like that. So like, how did you start making money like that other than training? Because popularity only gets you so far.
I added a lot of value. I did a lot of free stuff, and I understand back end. You know what I'm saying? I I did a free Saturday class every Saturday for 3 years. Fast forward to the loft, you know, we still was doing it every Saturday, early in the morning, you know what I mean? And I was converting those people into clients. I do a free class, get 30, 40 people on the floor, and then what I do is pass around a notebook like, hey, if you guys want to come try this class, you know, if you want to come try personal training, and I would put name, phone number, date, and then pass it around, and I was just getting clients, you know what I'm saying, off of a free service that I provided.
Boy, that is.
That's how I started getting the bag,
That's
you know what I'm
gold.
saying, getting a lot of people.
That's gold. 'Cause I do a class right now, and I didn't even think about passing her up a sign-up sheet. That's the most
Just a
simplest,
sign-up
effective. You really just creating a lead sheet, because every week it's different people.
That's all we did, bro. Got all those people, 50, 40 people every week signing up. And then next week, I ain't see you. You stood me up, you know what I mean? I hold them to the fire, you know what I mean? So I end up training more people than I can take, you know what I mean? Having too many people.
What's the most people you done trained at once? How many clients that you had at once?
Probably like 30, but it was like guys right here doing chest, girls doing legs, big girls doing, you know, fast movements. And then I got the old ladies over here, you know what I mean? So it wasn't just like a class, it was just like
you moving
sewing
here.
machine, yeah.
You going here, you going there. Like
I
y'all
got
good.
that from my trainer, Rock. He trained just like that. He'll train 30, 40 people all at one time. Everybody doing different stuff.
Man, that's crazy.
What advice would you give to the younger you?
Like I said, the advice that I would give to my younger you, I guess it probably wouldn't be advice. Well, I guess I'll take that back. My original answer to that was my younger self was dope, you know what I'm saying? Super entrepreneur at a young age, you know what I mean? I was selling everything, doing everything, working, you know what I mean? So I always had multiple jobs, always had stuff cracking with money, you know what I mean? So my younger self is why I was able to propel my older self to where I'm at now. I just know the grind. I know how to outwork everybody. I just know certain things, you know what I mean? And that came from my younger self. The advice I give my younger self would be to stay out the way, you know what I mean? Like I got into I was one car ride away from doing 10-year sentence 10 times, you know what I mean? So I dodged those bullets, you know what I mean? I was covered, I think, for a reason, you know what I mean? But I would tell my younger self, look, boy, chill out. You know what I'm saying? My younger self was a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting busy as far as I can remember. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to money, outworking people, grinding and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So I would tell my younger self, good job. You know what I'm saying? Because it's prepared me for what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? It's nothing. I can't even sleep past 6 o'clock now because I'm conditioned. 14 years of waking up on that truck, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, being on the dock, shit like that. I have no responsibilities right now. I don't have to wake up, no alarm clock. I'm programmed to wake up before that sun. You know what I'm saying? So my younger self conditioned my older self for the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? The no bullshit attitude, the you gotta outwork who attitude, you know what I mean? So all that came from my younger self. So by the gate.
Starting now, that's basically what he's saying.
Facts.
Like put that work in now to make sure that in the future you get the return on the work that you don't put in. Because it's more so about that energy you put out. People don't realize it's a currency in that energy too. That energy, you keep on putting that energy out, even if you ain't getting that monetary gain at that very moment, that shit is still building up in the universe. And it's gonna pop the same way businesses pop when you put the work in, the same way relationships pop when you put the work in.
Absolutely.
You put that energy to the universe and you actually working, it's gonna come back and you're gonna be rewarded for it.
That's a fact. For anybody who's watching this who might be doing the grunt work, understand, it's legends been birthed in that grunt work.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Birthed in that grunt work. I ain't never say I've been a boss my whole life. I just said I've been working my ass off my whole life. Yeah, so
Facts.
even when I was doing security at, you know, Dillard's or whatever, I was top flight security. I'm in there
The world crazy.
spamming motherfuckers back out. You know what I mean? Like I really was working, you know what I mean? So people think that you say hard work. No. I was making $10 an hour. Then I bumped up to $15 an hour, but it didn't matter. I woke up and I went to work, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of good came out of that.
Facts.
So I have several businesses still. This is one, the Loft Athletic Club, 1122 Old Chattahoochee Avenue. I have X28 Fitness online platform that you can stream, get anywhere on God's green earth. I have the Body Envy clothing line with my wife, fitness apparel. I have New Age CEOs. That's a t-shirt line that I have with my partner Justin, New Age CEO. And I also have 4K Pathway to Success.com. It's something that I started to show people how to leverage 4K and under, to get into business for yourself via Turo or Airbnb. We put that course together. Like I say, I had so many people asking me, hey, I got this, I got $4,000, I got $5,000. What should I do with it? You know what I mean? I used to get that question a lot, and I never was like, I don't know. I'm too busy, that type of thing, in my mind. But one of my good friends, Frank, came home, and he was like, I got $5,000. What should I do with it? I was like, let me think about it. And I thought about, me giving $5,000 to people 5,000 times, you know what I mean? So what ended up happening was Monita, my gym manager here at the Loft, she wanted to start an Airbnb. I invested in her Airbnb. Look up, now she got 3-4 of them. You know what I mean? So she's making 6 figures from something that she spent $3,000 on. It's called 4K Pathway because you can leverage $4,000 or under to get started in the business. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to make it too technical. I didn't want to make it to where you had to have $20,000, $30,000 to get in the game. You know what I mean? I wanted to think of something that if somebody has a perfect beacon score, like if somebody got a 700 credit score, right? Mm-hmm. They could literally go in there into an apartment complex, put nothing down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? First month, a lot of times first month rent be free if they really want you in the unit. To furnish some of these apartments under $2,000, you could literally swipe your card and start making money before you put out $1. You know what I'm saying? So just a couple things like that came about. And we just put the play together.
So man, that's what it's about. A lot of things like nowadays, like as a community, we starting to give application. Like before, we used to get game from OGs. Like you need to work hard, you need to do this, get you a business together, blah blah blah. But it's really the blueprint and not the application. Like I need to know how to put the nail in the wood to put the building up, you feel what I'm saying? And I think that's what 4K Pathway do. It gives you the blueprint and it gives you the steps to build the house and live in the house, you feel, at the same time. So I think that's huge for us as a black community, as a community as a whole, when it comes to, impoverished people and people who can't make that extra dollar to stretch and people living check to check. I feel like them starting their own business and you showing them a way, because it might just be a way for them to open their eyes to something else. They got the capital for it. Now they can do their own thing that they've been wanting to do. So they can stop working for the other person. Now this is their.
$1,000 extra into any household right now. $1,000 extra. Think about when them stimulus checks came out, $2,000. Everybody went crazy. That's just a one-time $2,000. Imagine making that $2,000 every month. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're teaching people.
Definitely, man.
The best advice you can give to entrepreneurs trying to get to your spot?
Well, I ain't gonna hit y'all with the regular chase your dreams or end up working for the guy who chased his, because that's really what I believe in. But man, don't be when you're an entrepreneur, you can't be afraid of the back end. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to exchange this for this. You know what I mean? And entrepreneurship don't work like that. Like I say, I did free classes because I knew that those people coming to my free classes were potential clients. I'm gonna give them a free session, another free class, and then I might get them the third, fourth time I see them. You know what I mean? It's just damn near like generating leads. You know what I mean? Like you got your cold leads, you got to warm them up. You got to, so that's just my advice. You know what I mean? That's the best advice that I can give to a young trainer is don't be afraid to give. You know what I mean? It don't cost you nothing to get up and go to work. It don't cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So add value. You know what I mean? And as you add value to people, and I told my younger people around, EJ, Mecca, I look at the people around me who are dogs, you know what I'm saying? They seek the advice. They didn't just come around me and, try to soak up game. Like they had pad and pen and they wrote down, this game and applied it. And I just look at it, you know what I mean? Like I look at all the young folks around me. It's like, basic business principles apply to any business, but you got to apply them. Application, you know what I'm saying? You got to put in the work. You got to actually do it. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing I tell you, man. Don't be afraid to get paid on the back end. Don't be afraid to give. And don't be afraid to seek leadership, guidance, mentorship from somebody who's doing what you want to do. We so prone to competing with somebody. How about you pull them to the side and say, hey, bro, let me come run this camp with you. I just want to be a fly on the wall. Let me come help you. You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of people build their businesses off of coming to my business and helping me out. You know what I mean?
So, in case y'all didn't know, this is my man, Mr. 2 Weeks Out. You know, probably one of the biggest fitness influencers in the world, let alone the country. He's been changing lives for a long time. He's a married man, he's a family man, and also, you know what I'm saying, he's a community man. And I just want to thank you for showing up on my shit, Grind Talk, you know, and blessing the people with a little information, because all it's about is just sharing information and us growing as a people. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I tell y'all, look, chase your dreams or end up working for the guy who chased his. That simple.
That's a fact.
Instagram, Mr. 2 Weeks Out. Instagram here, The Loft Atlanta. Instagram, X28 Fitness. X28 Challenge. The Body Envy. Those are all our handles. New Age CEOs and 4K Pathway to Success. Those are all my Instagrams. You know, you can find me there. If you're trying to get some information, or if you're just trying to catch this motherfucking vibe,